If you're going through a divorce, a breakup, separation, if you're in a situation where you've been with a loved one for years and you're going through a tumultuous time right now in your relationship, this is for you. 2 days can make a much bigger difference than you think. You really do not have to suffer. Listen, life does have challenges sometimes, but here's the first thing here. One of the reasons why a lot of you are having a really hard time is because you're going about the wrong way. If you really want to change your life, you first have to change your paradigm. Here's one of the biggest ones I'm going to tell you right out of the gate here. Step one is actually I'm going to give you 5 steps to make this situation a lot less painful right now. And again, like I said, I'm going to make this very obvious that you are in the right place here. Again, I know you're having a really hard time. 5 minutes, I'll give you something that you can really get some real momentum with here. So first things first, if you really want to change your life and your relationship, you got to change your paradigm first. Most of you are going about this life, relationships, the wrong way. First, you have to look at the truth of your situation. Everybody is telling you that you need to heal, but is that really an accurate depiction of your situation? I say the truth is, first step is you need to strengthen your emotional muscles. That is the real truth of your situation. Strengthen, not heal. Realize that is the path that you need to go. And I'm going to give you an obvious parallel so you understand why that is. Think about it. If you never worked out your entire life and you never did bicep curls, for example, obviously you'd have small biceps. And obviously those small biceps would be vulnerable to hurting themselves, overtaxing. You'd be really vulnerable to really putting yourself in a compromising situation if you lifted too much weight with a muscle you've never trained before. So if you hurt those biceps, would it really be fair to tell people that you have a bicep problem, bicep trauma, or that you need to heal your biceps? Or is the truth you needed to strengthen them before? If you'd strengthen those biceps before, you probably would be much less susceptible to hurting themselves. But again, if you never worked out your biceps before, would it really be fair to tell people that you have a bicep problem, small muscle syndrome, a bicep deficiency? That'd be ridiculous. You just never went to the gym before. You're not broken. You're not broken. You have an incredible potentiality within you, physically as well as emotionally. But if you never took the time to strengthen what was always innately yours, then really, what is the truth of your situation? Do you really need to heal? Or is the truth, if you had taken the time to strengthen those emotional muscles because you had the right workout, maybe the situation would not be nearly as bad as it is now? That's the first step. Step number two, I know it's hard, but stop complaining. Complaining for the sake of complaining solves nothing. If you can fill in the blank here, if you don't use it, you lose it. But if you use it, you grow it, you strengthen it. You do not want to go to the complaining gym. Stop doing that. If you're talking, venting, complaining with people for the sake of complaining, that solves nothing. Talking about for the sake of talking about only perpetuates it. Again, if you don't use it, you lose it. But if you use it, you grow it. Do you really want to work the complaining muscle? Are you talking to people for the sake of talking about it? Are you talking to people that have no idea what they're doing and have no ability to actually fix it? On that note, I know there's some very caring people out there, but a lot of people will have you sit on their couch and talk to you from now to the end of time. Do you ever notice that after these sessions, yeah, you might feel better in the session because you're releasing those chemicals from having that big venting session. But you ever notice the next day you feel like garbage all over again? Is it possible that certain people, some of these conventional healers, are having you go to the wrong gym? Talking about it for the sake of talking about it solves nothing. It has zero benefit at all. So be very careful. And by the way, this is step 3 coming up. Be very careful about who you talk about things with. If you're talking about with somebody who's just going to get you negative, complaining, talk bad about the world, say that everyone's a bad person, that's not a very good conversation. You're not doing yourself or them any good. Talk about it selectively with people that actually have the ability to fix it. And it's not hard to know whether you're really talking to those people. Unfortunately, or fortunately, depends how you want to look at it, there are a lot of people out there that really have no idea what they're doing. Fortunately, it's not hard to know whether you're talking to somebody who actually has the opportunity to fix it. There are a lot of people out there that can diagnose things, that can dissect things and tell you what's wrong. But the real question is, can they tell you what is right? Can that person give you a specific step-by-step process to fix it? And fixing it is feeling better. Everyone here that's listening to this is here for the same reason. I know you want to make things work out with that partner, but don't you first and foremost want to feel better? Don't you deserve to feel better? So be careful who you're talking to. Selectively choose people that actually know how to get you feeling better. If they can't get you feeling better, and they can't actually give you a specific time frame to actually assure you that they can get you there within that time frame, that doesn't sound like somebody who knows what they're talking about. Be very selective and careful about who you work with. Contrary to popular belief, some of the best things in life are not free. I like analogies. If you want to win Wimbledon, your local $15 an hour tennis coach cannot do it. Some of you are working with what is essentially that $15 an hour tennis coach. If you want to win Wimbledon, you probably want Andre Agassi or Serena Williams in your corner. Those people can give you real feedback and course corrections that the run-of-the-mill people have no idea what they're doing. But again, it's not complicated. If you're really talking about somebody who knows what they're doing, they would have no problem at all committing to a rock solid outcome. And they'd have no problem at all assuring you this is a true one-stop shop. Why would you want to work with somebody who has a part 1, a part 2, a part 3, a part 4? That doesn't sound like somebody who knows what they're doing. Be very careful. Step 3, be very careful and selective about who you're discussing your problems and challenges with. Talking about it for the sake of talking about it will take you to the wrong gym, and I assure you, you do not want to go there. Step 4, this is a great time to reflect on your life. At the end of the day, I teach a conditioning process. If you'll feel better, a lot better, quicker than you think. 2 days can make a much bigger difference than you think. But I always encourage people to explore, for lack of a better phrase, what would be a spiritual path. I would invite everyone here, including yourself, to really look back at your life and look at these other times in your life in the past that at the time really hurt you, made you mad, sad, fearful, disappointed. And here's the truth. If enough time has gone by, if enough that emotional residue has dissipated, if you look back, you'll recognize it actually served you. Like the old phrase goes, sometimes in life, God does not give you what you want, he gives you what you need. What if the worst thing that happened to you turned out to be the best thing that happened to you? For many of you, this challenge has been a long time coming. You couldn't, nor would you want to continue your relationship the way it's been going. You can't create the life and relationship with your dreams and keep showing up as the same you. You got to become a different you. So sometimes we have these not so subtle call to actions in our life to actually say, you know what? If I want my relationship to be different, I got to show up different. But bottom line is, if you look at your life, you look at some of the challenges you've had in your life, you'll recognize all these other challenges in your life ultimately serve you. Sometimes you didn't get what you wanted, but you got what you needed. Just like in life, right? You could be working for somebody and get fired or get laid off, and even unfairly, right? But these people sometimes in these situations, they go back to school, they learn a different trade, maybe they start a business, and all of a sudden they find out something. They've been playing small their whole life. They realize they were capable of being a multi-gazillionaire with running a real organization with real purpose, and they're playing small. Sometimes God, for lack of a phrase, or I'm only using this word because everyone understands it, will kind of shake things up to get you to rise up. So this is a great opportunity to reflect on your life and look at other times where you went through a really big challenge, where your emotional cage got rattled a little bit, and recognize it actually served you. It was a call to action. Maybe this is similar. And if in the rest in your previous life it's always served you, you'd have no reason to believe this is any different. Last one, step number 5. You can't find what you're looking for if you don't know what you're looking for. This is a great time to look at your list of qualities and traits you decided are critical, important in a partner. What are those traits? What are those must-haves? What are those deal breakers? And if you don't have that list, this would be a great time to create it. Because how can you find what you're looking for if you don't know what you're looking for? And when you do this here, look at this relationship you're in, the one you're struggling with or the one you're just kind of working through. How many things on the list did this partner have? And how many were missing? Is this actually an opportunity disguised to go for it all? Maybe you can have your cake and eat it too. But this is also a great opportunity for you to really look at your life and see what you want, what you must have, and see this relationship really is what you promise yourself. You owe it to yourself to keep your promises to yourself. So that's it. Those are the 5 steps for today. And lastly, if you want to learn more about how to actually address the emotional core and control the way you feel, the way you bounce back, 2 days can make a much bigger difference than you think. But again, if you want to change your life, first you have to change your paradigm. Now you're getting a real roadmap. If you want to learn more, feel free to go to refocusonpower.com. Speak to you soon. Bye-bye.